If you're thinking of purchasing your first buy-to-let property, we will be discussing today what you will need to have as an income to purchase your first buy-to-let property. Hi, welcome back to our channel and podcast. My name is Gemma, and here at WIS we talk about all things relating to money, mortgages and positive money mindset. So if that interests you, then be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the thumbs up. It means that you won't miss out on any of our videos. On today's podcast of Let's Talk Money and Mortgages, we have Iftika joining us. And for those of you who don't know Ifti is a trained accountant and mortgage advisor who has been in the industry for over 11 years, and he is also one of the founding directors here at WIS. Welcome back, Ifti. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Gemma?
Very good, thank you. It seems that we're going to be talking about buy-to-lets today, and this is something that apparently you like talking to people in coffee shops about. Let's talk all about buy-to-let. So first things first is, what kind of income will you need if you're going to purchase a buy-to-let property? Because there's lots of people saying, that you can purchase properties with no income. So is that true?
Yeah, so let me answer this question in a slightly different way. So most lenders will want you to show at least 25,000 income, right, before you apply for a buy-to-let. Most of them. The reason being, obviously, they want to make sure that you are able to live and not dependent on the buy-to-let itself, right? So that's the main reason why they want you to be able to show that. And also they'll want you to show that, just in case there's no rental, right? Somebody's got to pay the mortgage, right? So it has to come from your pocket, right? So they'll want to see that you have a sort of a backup where you can pay the mortgage if necessary, right? So for that reason, the lenders will look at earnings of minimum of about 25,000. Now this varies from lender to lender, but through my experience, most lenders will insist on 25,000, most of the time individual or joint income. So for example, two partners or husband and wife applying for a mortgage, they'll kind of expect that, right? So 25,000 jointly, that's what they'll expect. Some will say 30, some might be more, but in general, it's 25, right? So, yeah.
And does that depend on experience? So say like this isn't your first buy-to-let. Is it more lenient in that aspect?
Not necessarily. Some lenders do insist on sort of experience before they give out a mortgage, but most of the time they don't, right? Say, for example, say a couple who's nearing retirement, no mortgage to pay, they've just cut down on their working hours. They are earning 25,000 jointly. First, they just want to buy a buy-to-let, where they let it out to get some income while they are retired and maybe pass on to the children sort of thing. Banks are generally okay with that, right? So 25,000 is what most banks are after, right?
Getting your mortgage online doesn't have to be complicated. At WIS, our website will help guide you through step by step. Our fully qualified advisors can help you get the most suitable mortgage for you. Then you can relax, safe in the knowledge that WIS are working in the background to get your mortgage approved. WIS. Online mortgages made simple.
So the next question we have is, can I get a buy-to-let property and then live in it myself?
That's not allowed, right? Don't even try it, because with buy-to-lets, it is for an investment purpose, and it's strictly for an investment purpose. So you are not allowed to live in the property. You can ask bank for permission if you want to live in the property, but through my experience, banks don't give you permission anyway, right? Now I'll give you the reason why it is, right? Because, like we explained at the beginning, sometimes banks don't even have a minimum income requirement for this, or 25,000 like a joint income, right? So a lot of people will qualify, but if you're doing a residential mortgage, what happens is a lot of people may not qualify for that, because the way the assessment is done is very different, right, with the residential mortgage. Because of that, sometimes people might want to go and live in the property because it's easier to get, right? But you're just not allowed, right? And most banks will not even allow you to get a buy-to-let mortgage unless you have another property, right? Yeah. So therefore, no is the answer, right? It's just complete no. Yeah.
And I also get the question a lot about whether my family can live in the property, or an uncle, or close relatives. It's similar kind of answer.
Yeah, very very good question. The answer is no, because the property is meant to be for investment purpose. Even if your relative is paying you a rent, banks generally don't like it, because it's not for family, right? So it is mainly for third parties. So banks don't like it. So the families are not allowed to live, because if they find out that families are living, you're violating one of the conditions of the mortgage. So that's not a good thing to do, right? So please stay away from that as well. Yeah.
Definitely. Thanks, Ifti. And the last question that we have is, can I get a limited company mortgage with less than 25,000? So this is basically aimed at our investors who are going to do an SPV purchase or special purpose vehicle purchase.
Okay, so a limited company or SPV generally is a new company, especially for people trying to buy their first property through a company, right? So it doesn't have an income. So from a company's point of view, you don't have to have an income, right? But from your point of view, even though the property is going to be purchased in the company's name, you're still liable for the bills and various other things, because most of the banks will get you to sign something called a personal guarantee, where you are saying, I am liable just in case the company doesn't have money. But the bank will assess you, right? So they'll see whether you have income to support in case there's no tenants, right? So therefore, yes, you still have to show income. Limited company ones are always tricky, right? Most lenders will definitely want that 25,000, because most of these lenders are not the big lenders who operate in this space. These are small lenders, right? So they are a little bit more strict with their underwriting. You probably have to show 25,000 income minimum. Again, it varies bank to bank. So some will be more, and most will want 25,000.
All right, thanks, Ifti. I just wanted to put a little reminder out there to watch our other videos specifically to do with buy-to-let properties. We've got some really good ones, some other things that you should definitely be aware of. So please do watch our other videos. I will link them in the video so that you can have a little look. And I also just wanted to say, put a reminder out there that these points may or may not be applicable to everybody. So if you are unsure if they're suitable for you, then please do talk to an advisor. And if you don't have an advisor, I will leave our WS contact details down below, as we're always more than happy to help. Another reminder that a mortgage is secured against your home or property, so it may be repossessed if you do not keep up with the mortgage repayments. Thank you for joining us again today. We'll be back next week with another episode of Let's Talk Money and Mortgages. Have a great day, stay safe, and we'll see you again soon.